Okay, hear me out. Of all the clubs I've tested so far in 2025, in this bag I think could be the shock of the year. See, today we're talking Callaway Elite, and we're talking Callaway Elite Triple Diamond. Now, I've been a huge fan of the Callaway Elite Triple Diamond range. I was a huge fan of the Callaway Paradigm Triple Diamond range. We all know that Triple Diamond means that kind of tour-inspired low spin. Now, this isn't a triple diamond 3-wood. This isn't a triple diamond driver, and it isn't even a triple diamond golf ball. It's a triple diamond 5-wood. Now, this is something which people have been screaming for years and years and years, and today we're going to test this here at the gorgeous Leica Links here in Turkey. So huge thanks to the guys for hosting us. Now, a good friend of mine, Fat Perez, uses the triple diamond 7-wood. So that's a 21-degree 7-wood. You can see here we have a 5 gram weight rammed right to the front, rammed right to the front of this club. That moves CG forward, it lowers CG, and it of course lowers that spin rate. So we're into the wind here on the 12th hole, and I want to test a couple of ball flights. We're going to play some quite difficult shots with this club out here at Leica Links because it's a rather challenging golf course anyway. But as you can see, this looks absolutely fantastic. I love the carbon crown element on here. I love we don't have that traditional Callaway chevron. Some people like that. I personally think it doesn't need it. But first things first, can we just hit a couple of nice shots down this par 4? The head looks fantastic. It's lovely and small. That felt absolutely fantastic. You can see it's launched really nice and low. It's drawing towards the left-hand side of this hole, and we even had a little bit of kind of turf interaction there as well, which was really, really nice. Now, one thing that's lacking here, we don't have an adjustable loft sleeve. So I think if you are spending the big money that these are, you can see in the corner of the screen just how much this sets you back. It's a lot. It is a lot of money. And how often would you potentially find yourself using a 5-wood? That's what you've got to ask. But I think that's the whole premise behind today's video. Should you have a 5-wood instead of a 3-wood? Should you have a 5-wood instead of a 4-iron? Should you have a 5-wood instead of potentially that driving iron or even that hybrid? Because 5-woods are making a huge comeback on tour, and we know that the best players in the world are potentially using clubs like this with that kind of more loft element on them. So, can we hit a similar shot here now down this fairway? Really does on top look fantastic. That's just as good. Just as good. Lovely big high fade that time. Just kind of going to the right side of the fairway, and that's bounding down there. Now, one of the things that I like about this, it features that AI technology 10x face or 10 times face. So we know that we don't necessarily need to hit it bang smack in the middle to generate the ball speed required. We know that face is going to work for us. It's going to do that. We'll see that when we test it inside against potentially some other clubs on the market. But I also know that it feels and sounds fantastic. I know a lot of people don't necessarily care too much what a golf club feels like, what it sounds like, even what it looks like. It just has to perform. I think this performs. I think it looks fantastic. I actually think that not having that loft sleeve really, really helps that sleek, kind of more traditional look and traditional design. So we've had some nice normal shots here. Let's get a shot tracer from behind and let's see if we can play that little kind of stinger shot, because we have the versatility here. We know that's what this club is designed for. It's not necessarily going to be the world's most forgiving golf club, although out of the rough it could be because it's nicely lofted at 18 degrees. These balls are hit just kind of off the turf. We've not been teeing them up even though we're on a tee. Can we play that lovely low flighted shot? Yes, we can. That's 3 for 3 in the ball flights that I'm wanting so far in this tee. Let's find some more precarious situations. Is that the right word? Yeah. I think so. No Bobby today either, guys.
Dang it, Bobby, that's exactly what we don't want.
Bobby's actually not on holiday today. Officially, we're kind of on holiday. Bobby's dog sitting. So,
This is working.
Get editing done, Bobby, come on. Okay, so we enjoyed it off the tee, even though it was off the deck, but some nice kind of versatile ball flights there. Now, what I want to see is just how this sole interacts with the ground here. We're going to hit a couple out the rough and see if maybe this forward weighting is suited or isn't suited to the shot we're trying to play, because we all know that the Callaway Elite range does have some really nice forgiving, got it, we've been bitten to death out here at Leica Links, some really nice forgiving clubs within the range, and we all know the triple diamond variant is nothing like that. But I do think having the extra loft is a little bit of potentially an oxymoron for what you're trying to do. But if you can have a versatile golf club that still works for you, then this would kind of tick so many boxes. I also think you'll be surprised when you see numbers on this, if you go and hit it yourself or when I hit it, but generally it's going to be easier to launch because of that loft. So essentially you might even carry it further than a 3-wood if you're not suited to that kind of, a 15-degree 3-wood I think is a little bit kind of archaic now. I don't think people need it. I think you want a little bit more loft to help you do that. Right, 230 out into the wind. Lovely green this, isn't it? I bet Bobby wishes he was here. And I'm just going to hit them kind of as they lie. I'm not going to move the lies round at all. They're sat okay. It looks so good, this. What kind of shape can we get? Oh, how good is that, by the way? Are we seeing this? Oh, it's just caught the lip of that bunker, hasn't it? What I really liked about that was that nice high flight. It's a lovely high flight, but it's also, you can tell it's penetrating in the air. It's not necessarily a high floaty spinny flight. So how good was that? It sounded nice, didn't it, as well? I'll move that one just a bit so that we're... Do you think we need to flight it lower to get the distance? Yes. The low one. Low draw. That's definitely lower and it's all over it again. It's fierce through the air, it really is. And I've just used the word that's there. See that? I've just used the word fierce in a review. I think it's time to call it a day, innit? Where have I got fierce from? Watching too much Gary Martin. Guys, get in the comments below. What do you think to this? Could you warrant spending this much money on a 5-wood? I think that's going to be the thing that really gets people's go. I think you don't mind spending the money on a driver. You don't mind spending money on irons because that's the kind of makeup of your set. Wedges you use a lot. Putty, obviously, you're going to use a hell of a lot. But a 5-wood might be a club that some rounds you don't even potentially touch. But then if you've got some tricky par 3s at your course that play this distance for you, it could be your favourite club in the bag. And I think if you struggle off the tee, just having that extra loft, if you can punt this out there at 200, I really don't see how it can't be one of your favourite clubs. Let's try and draw it in a bit more. Really use that versatility. See, that's that lovely high one again. That's drawing, but it's too much. That's just gone to the left. I think the big thing that it's actually okay, I've seen it. I think the big thing that I'm taking from this is you don't need to overcomplicate this. Yes, it can be a really nice, potentially forgiving golf club, and it can be that versatile club as well. The issue for you there is if you overcomplicate it like I've done there, just hit the shots. Hit the normal shots, the club will do the work for you. And I think potentially this could be something that I might look to put in the bag, you could look to put in your bag. Let's talk some numbers and then let's finish up here with the gorgeous Leica Lynx. Okay, so numbers for this absolutely spectacular triple diamond. You've not seen this yet, have you, Bobby? So we filmed this in Turkey, but you weren't there. It was me that was away this time though, so I'll hold my hands up. But this is a fantastic looking club. And we've just hit one just to kind of gauge how we're hitting it in here in the studio. And it's there, look. Bang, smack in the middle, 221, 233 total. So for me, a 5-wood is an interesting one when it comes to distance because a 3-wood is around a kind of 240 carry, 250, maybe 260, depending what 3-wood it is. Total distance, more like 250. But with a 5-wood, it is like a funny club because it's going a specific distance and you kind of want that air of forgiveness but also consistency. I've hit that one terribly actually, but we'll continue. We'll leave them all in, Bob, don't we? That was just a bad strike. And in fairness, with a triple diamond club, it's not going to be as forgiving as, I'm really annoyed we didn't film the first one and we filmed that one, but it's not going to be as forgiving as, say, a club where the weight is further back. This is more for the person who sacrifices forgiveness for workability and playability and all the rest. That was nice. A little bit pulley. 3/8 spin, so a really low spin number there. 222, 235 total. Again, pulled it a bit as you can see, but nice numbers, nice launch. Really nice feel actually, it feels fantastic, which is nice. That's the one, Bob, isn't it? Look at that. And the funny thing is, that's up towards that 250 marker. I don't really want it to be. That's probably a bit too far. Like if I was to hit the Callaway Elite Triple Diamond 3-wood, it would be a touch longer than that, but not too much longer. Maybe like 10 yards. And at this part of the bag, you probably want a bigger gap. Sounds phenomenal, doesn't it? Sounds really good, especially in here. What was that one? Very consistent numbers, and very consistent with my little pull that I've been hitting for quite some time now, annoyingly, which we are trying to work on.
I don't think people realise how tight this fairway is.
No, it is a very, very tight fairway, this. I think consistency-wise, it's certainly up there, and I think we've proved outside workability-wise, it is a fantastic golf club for so many golfers. So really, who should have this in the bag? That's the big question. Should you spend big money on this club? Because we all know that a 5-wood isn't going to be most golfers'
A few moments later.
priority. And we have to get priorities in order in life, don't we, Bob? You know that more than anyone, don't you? But if you want a really, really cool 5-wood that is versatile and can hit shots like that's the one. 4,000 spin, we turn the body better. This is the best in the game by far. That's gone too far though. Stop getting embroiled in a distance argument with yourself. It's really good though. Let's get back out to Turkey, where Bob wasn't, and finish. That was so good, that. Can I do that again? Oh, it's in the bag, Bob. It's in the bag. Look at how high that's gone as well. That's the shot you want with a 5-wood. I know that's not gone as far as the previous. It's not done bad though, but you want that really nice high launch. I absolutely love this. I don't know why it's took me so long to review it. Probably because Bobby's always on holiday.
You're on holiday at the minute.
Right, so testing woods for numbers inside, testing woods hitting 3 shots into targets is all good and well. But we all know that you only get one chance on a golf course. So let's put this properly to the test now. Let's go through the routine. We've got a par 5 here, and you can see we just want to kind of fade it down that fairway nicely. So I do feel like the head design, it's got a little bit of offset, but it is minimal. So I don't think we necessarily need to worry about it hooking left on us. Being the triple diamond version, it's not necessarily designed to help people anti-slice it or anti-slice it, however you want to pronounce that. But I must admit, the way that Fat Prez hits that 7-wood, I was speaking to him about it at the PGA show a couple of years ago. It's his favourite club in his bag. He absolutely loves it because it helps him on long par 3s into long par 4s, but also because it's that fairway finder. So could be really interesting. And he doesn't use the triple diamond driver, he uses the normal driver. So it goes to show, just find a club that suits you for a certain distance and it can really, really help. Right, just a nice mid-flighted one, do you think, Brett, yeah? Don't need to do anything special here, do we? Typical hole, just a nice normal shot will do. And that's exactly what I wanted. Lovely mid-flight, just peeling down the middle of that fairway. That's probably carrying 220 yards, maybe 225, and releasing out hopefully to kind of 230, 240, 250. Guys, if you've enjoyed that, smash that subscribe button below. Lots more product reviews to come. Huge thanks to the guys at Leica Links for having us out here. And apart from that, I guess I'll just see you all at the same time tomorrow. And here's a really funny video of Brett jumping in the pool because he lost the match we played this morning.
That's such a shame to end it on that note.
Yo, check it. This rap's for my homie, no cap. Rocking that dome, shine bright like a snap. No hair, don't care. He's bald, that's the deal. Supposed to jump in the pool, but he kept it too real. We got that pick, bald head in the frame. Laughing so hard, yo, we changing the game. No dive, no splash. He skipped that scene, but Brett's head's gleaming. Know what I mean? From the block to the spot, he's still our guy. No follicles popping, but his vibe don't lie. We roast, we toast, that's how we show love. This rap's for Brett, shine on from above.